This is called a breakwater, or just a break. And this is a key feature of almost every marina. It helps keep the water inside of the marina. So if those are attached to kiteboards, I won't be able to see them because it's on the other side of the breakwater. I got some of my stuff that was on my there's somebody that looks like he's got it covered. See that right there? You should know how to do that. If you don't know how to do that, you should not be allowed a driver's license. All right. That said, that's just an opinion. All right, so, ooh, damn, I didn't move the camera fast enough. They got squirrels here, and they look a bit different from the ones in Nebraska. They're kind of spotted. I'm not going to be able to zoom in well enough to show it to you, and it just moved again. But of course, there's a plane I was telling you about. I know some of y'all the other night, if you listened to that video and my explanation of it, and I said it was an airplane on the dock. That's actually what I meant. It's a dock. It's like basically a raft. Get just a little bit closer to it. Also, I got this one right here. It's on my seat, and it smells like, guess what? It smells like smoked oysters, and guess why? Smoked oyster juice. I do like them smoked oysters. Alright, some of them kiteboards are up a little closer now. I'm not sure if they're pretty far off in the distance. Nice. It's not every day I walk up here when they're launching the boat. Actually, people watch too. But we're going to show the airplane over here that's on the dock. You see, that one's not really attached to the other one. There's a gangway, or there's a plank across there, okay? For those of you who only know pirates movies. There's a plank between the raft and their dock. That's right. We'll pretend we're Barbosa. Who cares? Moral of the story really is one. Now these right here, these remind me really of if you can tell, those trees are underwater. This is just the tops of the trees. Pretty cool, right? But the docks actually go, here, I'll show you from the top. There's about, all right, this is where the dock area starts. I told you I picked up the stuff except for the beer can, so we will see a beer can down here. There's the beer can right there. Something but ice, that's what it is. We don't pick those up because that might be a potential charge if you pick it up for having an open beverage container. I've been told that that's actually legal here, but you know what? Marijuana is legal in Boulder, Colorado, and they still harass homeless people about it all the time. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this thing over there. I'm going to squeeze it out, get some of that nasty smelling oyster juice out of it. Thank goodness it's not hot like it was yesterday. I think that's probably a key feature of today being somewhat not as crappy. I don't know how to explain to you how much different the last couple of days were versus today. And how that difference, that same difference is the difference between yesterday, the day before, compared to what was going on in Virginia in 2016. Because when I was in Virginia, like I was in a hot parking lot. That's how I spent the morning of my birthday. Me and Natalie were supposed to have a picnic at her mom's house. But then road construction prevented that from happening. And then when road construction prevented that from happening, well, her sister wanted to go do something somewhere else. They didn't want to. So we went to Elliott Coffee Grounds. Elisa Bollinger drove us. It really wasn't my car. It was just like the one I got now. The only difference is it was black. Honda Civic hatchback. Get to the very end here. We even got trees growing out of the docks. Isn't that cool? See, literally out of the dock itself. That's just cool. Oh my God. I'm gonna set my phone down. Gotta make sure I don't lose it in the water. Oh God, that is nasty looking. All that brown stuff after it dries up just looks like they wiped their backside with whatever it's on. So I'll get it so the area here smells a bit like oysters. Let's see if we can get some of this scrubbed out. We're not using any soap or anything of that nature. We don't want to get it all sudsy here in the marina. That would probably get somebody arrested, and that somebody would probably be me. So no soap, just trying to squeeze it out so it don't look quite as bad. Snow looks generally are not important, and with something like this, still not all that important. But there's also the smell to consider. We want to dilute that smell as much as possible. The homeless are a wealth of knowledge. Most of the homeless have construction experience. You know what happens when you're a construction worker with a wife and kids, and you hurt your back, and workman's comp only gives you a year, and then you're expected to be fully recovered. But then you don't have the money for real insurance, so you can't see a real doctor. So then, of course, you can't afford to jump through all the hoops they expect you to jump through anymore, can you? You don't have the money to go through all the hoops they want you to jump through in order to get the money for the medical crap you need, do they? Where do you end up? On the streets. On the streets. Congratulations. Nobody gives a shit that you're a bricklayer for 27 years. Nobody cares. You're a hobo. You must have been a junkie your whole life from a family of junkies, and you must have never worked a day in your life. It doesn't matter how hard you worked. You think that the cops are good people, but then, you know, there you are. You're having issues with the ex. You want to get as far away from her as you can. You let her have the house. You let her have the car. You figure as hard as you work, and the fact that you're a bricklayer, well, that's going to do you some good. But no, she called up your boss and fucking slandered the shit out of you. What are you going to do now? Your boss don't want to associate with you. He hates you. He's friends with your ex. They might even be porking. But you can't do nothing about it. All you can do is move on. Move on, move on. And you think to yourself, you know what? With my work ethic, I'm going to get up and out of this. I'm going to get up and out of this. 6 years later, you've become a hardcore alcoholic. Or you're strung out on meth because you don't want to get a ticket for sleeping at night. That's right, anti-homeless laws. They're all over the United States, and they victimize a lot of people here. 81% of those incarcerated were homeless when they were arrested. They were denied their civil and human rights, and nobody cares. Now those numbers are very heavily represented. Sorry, my mouth is dry. Very heavily represented of the community in the BLM. Frequently and often, except only in their favor. And if leaving out the homeless part will serve them better, so they can pretend it was entirely and could not have been anything other than race, well, we end up taking the brunt of it. Such as the situation with Samuel Leon Lawrence IV, Zaid Atkinson, Michelle Rodriguez, Michelle Clark, myself, and there are actually several others. All of these situations, same officer, same town, an officer who had already been removed from the Denver police force for assaulting people. Got to assault no less than 7 people who were either homeless or assumed to be homeless at the time that he assaulted them. One of these people, Zaid Atkinson, well, let me tell you about the officer who assaulted me, Waylon Lolatai. He was the one with the shotgun. They wanted to say it was a race thing. Well, no offense or nothing, but literally every single person that I am aware of that Officer Waylon Lolatai assaulted in Boulder, Colorado, is lighter skinned than he is. He's the darkest out of all of them. He also got a lot of hate. He hates homeless in specific. He's one of them football players. Woohoo! Yeah, we gotta worship the ground he walk on, don't we? Him played football. Good for him. That don't make it okay to go running around beating on homeless people. Nationwide, police are murdering us in record numbers. And you know what? Nobody's going to investigate it. No, they take us down to the morgue. They put a tag on our toe. They slide us into a cremator and put us in a styrofoam urn. Not a joke.